It's a gorgeous sunny February morning, and I thought I'd sit outside, get a little sun in my eyes, help my body wake up and regulate my circadian rhythm. I'm going to write into my 5-minute journal. I've been off and on with this and really trying to be a little more consistent. It really helps me set a positive, hopeful mindset for the day, and I just wish I did it more. I really need to work on that. I also decided to start reading the Daily Stoic. I said I would wait on reading this, but I decided I wanted to read a little bit every day, and I am trying to catch up because it is a daily read, and I'm about 2 months behind now, so I'm trying to read a few passages each day until I catch up, and then it would be my goal to try to read one passage a day for the rest of the year. I have to say it's not an easy read, but I'm trying to get through it. Forgive my raspy voice as I have a cold while I'm trying to do this voiceover, but I wanted to get this video out. I am on my way to the mall and going to be doing a little shopping. I have some upcoming fashion videos that I'm trying to make some purchases for. But first I stopped at my favorite Parakeet Cafe for a little breakfast, solo breakfast. I'm trying to get used to eating on my own and doing activities without my husband. Don't worry, he's not going anywhere. I just seem to feel like I'm very reliant on him, and I can't just wait for the weekend for him to be available to do stuff together. I need to do things on my own. I've just gotten very, very used to waiting around for him and really need to just be brave and get things done on my own. I've gone to the Fashion Island Mall and I really, really love it here. I am super excited to see that there is a fashion file coming to the mall. I have never shopped online at Fashion File, but I always browse it and I'm always very curious to see what the prices are on some of these secondhand bags. So I would love to come and experience this firsthand once it opens. I'm also super excited to see that there is a Monica Vinader coming to the mall very soon. I have a few pieces from this brand and I think they're lovely. I'm looking forward to shopping in person. I also stopped into Victoria's Secret to pick up a few goodies for a couple of girlfriends. We're doing a Galentines, which you'll see in just a moment. And I wanted to pick them up some PJs, which I thought would be a darling little gift for Galentines. Hello, how are you? And welcome back to the vlog. It's Wednesday, February 12th. I am just about getting ready to meet a couple of girlfriends for a little Galentine's lunch. I have my makeup on. I have my hair pulled back because it is raining outside, which is very unusual for Southern California, but it's winter and sometimes it rains. Sometimes it rains a lot, sometimes not so much, but today it's a pretty rainy day. We are going out, rain or shine, and enjoying ourselves. I have a recent lash lift and brow lamination from my friend Sandy. Did it on Monday, and I'm loving how they look. I went 48 hours without putting makeup on just because I like to be very, very safe and making sure that the shape holds up. You're not supposed to get them wet, more or less for 24 hours, but I like to play it safe and go for a full 48. So I'm very happy with how they turned out. They are very lifted. They really help camouflage my hooded eyes. She also did a little waxing under my brows and did a little bit of shaping, which honestly, I think she took off very little, but the amount that she took off completely transformed them. They have a beautiful arch to them, one that I could not accomplish myself. And I'm so glad that she did that because I think it really lifts my eyes and just transformed my whole look. So super, super happy about that. I'm in my robe, so I'm going to get ready now and then come back. Hopefully, since I'm all dolled up, I will film some Instagram reels because I'm really trying to up my game on Instagram. As I always say, if I thought YouTube was hard, Instagram is harder. Let me tell you, it has not been easy, but I'm going to show up and do what I need to do. So I'll have a little fun with that later. Can't let this pretty dolled up face go to waste. Let me get ready because I don't want to keep my friends waiting, and I will catch up with you in a second. Outfits on, I'm ready to run out the door. I wanted to show you what I'm wearing. I thought this might be very appropriate for a ladies' luncheon, something not too casual, but also not too dressy since it's
going for lunch. Starting with a tube top here from Mango. This is a knitted tube top with a little bit of a sweetheart neckline. Next up are my Cezanne trousers. These are in navy, and I forgot the name of them. I want to say Martin, but I'm really not quite sure. If they're available, I'll link them below. But I love these because they're high-waisted, a little bit of a wide leg, and they just have a beautiful fit to them. I do wish they had belt loops, though, because that's something that a lot of Cezanne trousers lack, and I'm always missing my belt loops because I just love finishing off my look with a belt. In any case, they're lovely trousers. They're wool and nice and warm. Then I have some old Zara booties. These are sock booties from several years ago, maybe 4 years ago now, but I still hung on to them because they're a great olive color and they go great when I want to wear olive on top. Nice little sandwich look. That's always a great styling technique to match your shoes to your top. And then I matched the jacket to the top as well with an olive cropped trench coat from H&M. Finished it off with a navy sweater thrown over my shoulders. This is the Gaspard navy jumper from, or cardigan I should say, from Cezanne. I have my Gucci bag here and my hair pulled back because it's raining and I don't feel like doing my hair. And that's my outfit and running out the door. My fashion videos that I was a little tired of seeing sambas everywhere, that they have completely saturated the fashion market, and I was just a little sick of seeing them. Well, I'm going to eat my words now because I have ended up buying a pair. I realized that I am missing this specific color in my wardrobe as far as shoes, and I didn't want to reach for my black sambas, and I certainly didn't want to reach for any flats, and I just felt like I needed more of a neutral colored sneaker for my casual days where I'm wearing something lighter, but I didn't want to reach for black. And these are going to be perfect. These are gazelles, and they have this rubber gum sole, so they're different from sambas, but they're still very streamlined and sleek looking. They're almost identical otherwise. I mean, there's a few differentiations, but all in all, they're very similar, and I'm loving this color. I'm not sure what color it is, but it is such a nice mocha mousse brown, and it is perfect for the season. I'm looking forward to wearing this with jeans, with maybe a pair of leggings, maybe even a skirt. I am super excited for these. And I'll link them below because they have tons and tons of colors to pick from if you have decided that you might need a pair too. I love using these compression boots after a nice long walk. My friend and I like to go on walks 3 to 4 times a week, and we'll go anywhere from an hour as a short walk to up to 2 hours when we have the time, and usually the 2 hours equates to about 12,000 steps. And I love getting that many steps in, but for some reason my legs just don't seem to agree with me, and I've just had some chronic pain in the back of my legs. I don't know if it's sciatica or if it is actual muscle aches, but Brett thought it might be a good idea to try these compression boots, and he bought them for me just on Amazon. I don't think they're too expensive, but I do find them very, very helpful as far as just helping to relax my legs, helping to improve circulation and just get the blood flowing in my legs. It just feels really, really good. So I like to do this every evening, or sometimes if I have time during the day, I will just throw them on right after the workout and just feel a little better from it. You can see here I have it on 110 strength, and that is the compression strength. I think it goes up more than that, but any tighter than that. I mean, I've done 120, but it gets pretty tight. It still feels great. As you can see, it starts at the foot, and then it's going to slowly work its way up the leg, and then it does sections of the leg or the full leg all at once. It feels really good. It's recommended to do it 30 minutes at a time. And yeah, you can see now it's going up to the next part of the leg. I don't think you can actually see it compressing, but yeah, I'm feeling my calves and my feet compressed right now. And it feels really good. Just have to show you this crazy stash of chocolate we have right now. Brett and I are obsessed with cream eggs, and we actually ordered this on Amazon, and these are the UK cream eggs from the UK, Cadbury. They're the OGs. They make them here in the States as well, but they are not the same. So we bought a few of the ones from United States. I think, is it Hershey that makes them? Yeah, so Hershey took over them. They licensed them from Cadbury, and they make them here in the States. And these are not anywhere good as these. I mean, of course, I will devour these any time of day. They're still delicious. But these, the chocolate is just a little better. The cream has a better flavor. It's not as sweet. And these are just so much better. So we buy them by the box full every year and enjoy these. And then we treated each other to a bunch of Valentine's chocolates. My wonderful friend bought us this for Valentine's Day. We've already dug into this one and gone through a good portion of that. Well, not that much yet, but we're getting there. And then I bought Brett some Ferrero Rochers because he loves these, and peanut butter hearts. We love these. We already have 2 of these left. We've been eating these like crazy. I love peanut butter and chocolate, my favorite. And then we each bought each other a box. We've already gone through one of these boxes, and this one is still unopened. We're getting through it slowly but surely. We are not short of chocolate here in this house, and we never are because we always have bars as well. In the refrigerator here is our little stash of chocolate that we like to have a couple of pieces of every evening. This is dark chocolate, 72% with raspberries, and so we break off 2 to 3 pieces of this and enjoy it every night. There's also a this crunchy mint version. What else? Almonds and sea salt. So our little treat after dinner is always, 3 pieces of this, and that tides us over. It gives us our fixing of chocolate and sweet treat for the evening.
Back at the mall doing some more shopping for my upcoming videos. This time I'm at South Coast Plaza, one of my favorite malls. I'm in Zara right now. I'm looking for 2 specific items that I will be reviewing in my upcoming videos, but it doesn't hurt to have a look around, and I found some really cute things. Full disclosure, whenever I'm filming videos that I'm showing items, I'm most likely returning most or all of those items. I am just not at the luxury of being one of those big influencers that gets things free all the time. And most likely I have to purchase these items myself in order to show them to you on my fashion channel. And believe me, that adds up very quickly. So it's something I can't afford to hold on to. Believe me, I'd love to keep all these items, but it's way too much for a person to have and to afford. So most of these things go back. Zara had some really cute items, although I'm not quite sure what's going on with these orange pieces, or for this striped orange piece, it looks a little Freddy Krueger to me. Not sure what's going on there. I stopped in at Cause, and to be quite honest with you, I enjoy shopping at Cause more than I do shopping online at Cause, simply because sometimes I don't really like the way they style things on the website, and I need to look at things in person in order to get a better feel for them. So For cause, I do prefer looking at the store. I saw these beautiful pouch bags, and this one in particular that's very reminiscent of the Row Margot bag, and really love that one. Stopped in Reformation as well, and here's that cute little barrel bag I showed on my handbag video. If you missed that, I'll link that below, but that is a very trending style for the season. Here's my outfit for the day. I am living in these Matthew trousers from Cezanne, the burgundy ones, and I paired it with some beige and camel. I'm trying on some denim. I think these were the Cynthia trousers at Reformation, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling them. They did not quite do it for me. But I'm also not feeling my best, as I've been eating like crazy since Valentine's Day, and you need to be in a certain mindset to try jeans on. Am I right? If you watched my last vlog, I promised I would do 5 micro habits in this vlog, and I thought it would be fun to do my makeup while we chat. I just had the Ideal Love Gold eye patches on my eyes, and I love them. They're very hydrating, leaves a nice supple finish on my under eyes, which I so desperately need. I'm going to go straight in with my concealer, and this is the Giorgio Armani. Little disclaimer, I am not a makeup artist, nor am I really qualified to show anyone how to do makeup. This is just how I do it. Now, the first micro habit I want to talk about is hydrating before caffeinating in the morning. If you are a coffee drinker or a caffeine drinker of any sort, I've heard that it is best to wait about 90 minutes after waking before consuming your first cup of coffee. This allows you to naturally wake up. It improves your circadian rhythm rather than relying on caffeine to wake you up. And this hydration part is crucial because you are sleeping for 8 hours and your body is very thirsty when you wake up, because all your bodily activity as you're sleeping is using all that fluid in your body, and you need to replenish as soon as you wake up. So after brushing your teeth, it's important to have a nice tall glass of water. And not only is that important, because obviously drinking water is very beneficial for hydration, for your digestive health, for skin suppleness, of course, for your kidney function. Take it a step further and not just hydrate, but I want you to supplement your hydration with either lemon, apple cider vinegar, or electrolytes, maybe all 3, maybe mix them up. I'm just going in with a lighter shade of the concealer to help brighten a little. Lemon adds a little vitamin C. It helps boost the immune system, of course. Also helps with improving digestion. And it also helps support collagen building. Now, I know lemon could add a very insignificant amount of vitamin C into the water, but it also tastes really nice, and it helps you drink more water if you're just not a water fan. So any little bit of lemon can just be beneficial. Surely it's not as good as taking an actual vitamin C supplement, but get it in whenever you can here and there. I seem to have developed a little blemish right here, which is so unusual because I don't really get breakouts, but on occasion I will get something. I think it's very hormonal. Of course, on the lower half of your face, it's very hormonal. Next up, a little setting powder from Makeup by Mario. I am honestly not a big fan of this one. I think it's a little too heavy, and especially since I have very crepey, wrinkly under eyes, I think it's a little too heavy, so I try to keep it as light as possible. So I have some on my little sponge here, and I'm just dabbing it on my hand to disperse the powder so it doesn't get on too thick. And then I make sure that my little wrinkles under my eyes, I don't have any buildup of concealer, because almost instantly any concealer I use will find the nooks and crannies to just dig themselves into. And then I'll just powder like that. I will also set my lids. Again, make sure the creases are gone. Next up, I'm going in with my Makeup by Mario palette. It is filthy, but this is the Neutrals palette. It is Master Mattes the Neutrals. Now, if you wanted to add ACV to your water, of course that helps reduce bloating, gas, acid reflux. It helps control your blood sugar by helping to slow down the digestion in your stomach, reducing your insulin spike, your blood sugar spike. So if you might be dealing with a little bit of insulin resistance, and that seems to be more prevalent as we get older, the ACV can help reduce that a little bit. Of course, eating whole foods and avoiding processed sugary foods will also help with that. All you have to do is take a tablespoon of ACV into your glass of water, and you can have that before meals, every meal, maybe just in the morning, but you can have it all day long. And the final thing is adding electrolytes to your water. This one is my favorite of the three because electrolytes will add back in sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium that your body needs. And of course, as you sleep, as I said, your body loses all these minerals through digestion and bodily processes. So it is really helpful to add that back in, because your body doesn't just need water, it also needs these electrolytes to perform all of its functions throughout the day. And electrolytes will help boost your energy for exercising, also helps heal your muscles after a workout, reduces the chances of muscle tightness and soreness. So overall, just a little step of adding any of these three things into your water throughout the day, not with every single drink, but just making this conscious little change can truly help give your body more hydration and balance. Micro habit number 2 is to jump in place 10 times, at least 3 times a day. Now this is something I have started doing because I need to create more impact in my workouts, and I don't like doing high impact workout, but doing a minimum of 30 jumps a day. And I forget exactly where I heard this. I think it was on a podcast, whether it was Dr. Vonda Wright or it was another doctor. I'm pretty sure it was Vonda Wright because she's an orthopedic surgeon. So I think it was her. But as we age, estrogen goes down. As early as in our late 30s, we will start reducing estrogen. And with the reduction of estrogen, we are losing the support in our bones. And you've all heard strength training is super important as we age to keep that bone strength vital and strong, and building it, trying to reduce the chance of osteopenia and osteoporosis. But it could be very beneficial to also include impactful workouts. It could be as little as doing jumping jacks or jumping rope. It could be light like that to start with, especially if you're not used to doing heavy duty jumps. Of course, consult a physician, because if you are already on your way to osteopenia, osteoporosis, it could be more hurtful than helpful to jump, and I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself. So of course, I'm not a doctor, I'm not qualified to talk about this, but I'm just telling you things I do. So please always consult with a physician. Impactful jumping, if you're already very weak in your bones, you could end up with a break. So be very, very careful. The earlier you can start, the better. The impact will definitely help your bone strength. And it has shown in DEXA scans and studies that jumping helps increase bone density. So I like to jump every day, throughout the day, 10 times. Just here and there, I'll just jump up and down. From light jumping like jumping jacks or jumping rope, you can move into more intense jumping exercises like squat jumps or box jumps. Those are a little more impactful on the joints. So if you have the strength, you can do something more impactful like that. I could also throw in here that just wearing a weighted vest, and this is not part of the tip, but just an extra little side note. I wear a weighted vest, 15 pounds, whenever I go walking. And even that just helps add the extra weight to the muscular skeletal system, and can also be very, very beneficial. You don't have to just wear it while you're walking. You can wear it throughout the day while you're doing the dishes, making dinner, tidying up the house. If you've ever gotten a DEXA scan, I highly suggest giving it a try, because it will give you a baseline of what your bone density is. I had 2 DEXA scans done 6 months apart, and despite my efforts of weightlifting and exercise, I did see a teeny tiny reduction in my bone density. Now, of course, that could just be error as far as the machine, because it was quite minimal. However, I don't want to just assume I'm doing okay. So I've definitely stepped up my weight training with trying to increase weights and increase impact on my joints and on my skeletal system. My mother had terrible osteoporosis, and I think in her late 50s, or perhaps it was early 60s, I can't recall the exact date now, but she fell and broke her hip. And in the surgery, while trying to repair her hip, her femur fractured. So she was very, very weak. And I don't want that to happen to me. So there's no time like the present to start caring for your bones. I use the Anastasia lash brag for my lashes, and I love the big, fat, bristly brush on here. And it really separates and lifts the lashes. I also have a lash lift, of course. That helps too. Next up, I'm going in with a little bit of blush. This is a liquid blush Highlight and Glow by MCO Beauty. Squeeze it to dispense the product, and then usually just go right here. Keep it high because you want to lift your cheekbones, not drag your face down. Micro habit number 3 is dry brushing every day before showering. Now, it doesn't have to be every day to start. It can be 2 to 3 times a week, and then build up from there, especially if you have very sensitive skin that you tend to get red or irritated very quickly. But dry brushing is an incredible way to improve circulation, encourage your lymphatic drainage system to get a little more mobile. It helps exfoliate, it helps remove dead skin cells, it also helps with your ingrown hairs, and I tend to suffer a lot with ingrown hairs in the back of my legs, so the dry brushing really does an amazing job with that. You will use a dry bristle brush. This is the one I use. I think I just got it on Amazon. You want it to be rather coarse but not painful. Usually they're made of boar hair bristle, and I'll link it on Amazon. I'll link it down in my Amazon shop for you. You use it dry on your body before showering. No lotions, no oils or anything needed. It's just straight up dry onto your body. And what you do is you work in 4 sections, creating a cross down your body. You have lymph nodes under your underarms and in your groin area, and it helps to first do a little massage like this to kind of stimulate them up, and you would do it in your groin area too. And then you can start by brushing in your stomach. So you would brush up to your lymph node areas. Whether you want to start with your stomach or down from your feet. Sometimes I start all the way down from my feet, and sometimes I start from each section. But if you are in this section, you're going to brush towards this lymph node in short little brush strokes to that area. Same with this side, and then from the leg up, you would brush up into your groin area. I'm probably not explaining it well. There's tutorials. I can link one down below for you, which seemed really, really helpful because I was kind of doing it wrong at first. But if you want to do it specifically for lymphatic drainage, there's a certain way to do it. If you just really want to do it for improving overall circulation and sloughing off dead skin cells, then you could do it any which way you want, I suppose. It's more beneficial than not. Overall, I think it has helped me tremendously with my ingrown hairs. Not sure if I really see a difference on the lymphatic part, but I thought I would mention that because that is the reason why a lot of people do it. When I had my eyelash lift, I also had a brow lamination, and my friend also waxed my eyebrows a little bit. Of course, I was really nervous about it because in the past when I have had my eyebrows waxed, they have, not her, but other places have butchered my eyes and made me look like a McDonald's M, you know, really, really archy. And I was very nervous that that was going to happen again. And I said, please just clean them up a little bit. Don't try shaping them, because I was super nervous. But she ended up shaping them, and she shows me in the mirror, and I was blown away, like how good they looked. And I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is that she did. And I think she basically took a little bit out from under here to help create more of an arch here, because what was happening was I think there was too much hair down here, and I'm very like bare over here. So I was actually trying to fill this all in with pencil every time I do my brows. So she just took up a few hairs here off, and it really helped just kind of create a cleaner arch. Same on this side. This little chunk was coming down too low, and I was always filling in here and not realizing that I had a great shape all along if I would just sacrifice a few of the hairs right under here. And it just made such a world of difference. It just feels so lifted, and really absolutely love how they turned out. The fourth micro habit I highly suggest you try is tongue scraping before every brush. Now, if you've ever seen it, this is a tongue scraper. This is a little $5 item that you buy on Amazon. This is stainless steel. And what you do every morning and night is you stick out your tongue and you brush this down your tongue, and removes a lot of film and gunk and microbes and bacteria and just lots of gross, disgusting stuff. As you're sleeping for your 8 hours each night, your body is detoxifying. It is using that lymphatic system that you so wonderfully dry brushed and activated every single day. It is using that lymphatic system to move all the garbage and debris and the toxins out of your body, and a lot of it ends up on your tongue because you are breathing that out. Now, you should be breathing through your mouth, but in any case, it builds up on your tongue, and that's why you wake up with this gross, chalky feel on your tongue. And if you stick out your tongue and it looks white, that is a lot of bacteria and debris. So using this tool, it's not going to hurt unless maybe you've burnt your tongue with a hot coffee or something. It could be a little irritating, but for the most part, scraping really hard several times, you'll see the white film that builds on the scraper, and you can just see all the grossness leaving your body. Brushing your tongue is just not effective enough. This tool really does the trick. And then of course, after that, you will brush your teeth and floss and do all the things that you normally do. But I highly suggest doing this morning and night. You will even wake up feeling like you have less of a dragon breath than you usually would without using this. So 10-second habit that you can add on to brushing your teeth, and it makes a world of difference. For the brows, I also used Anastasia Brow Wiz. I used the color chocolate, and I think it looks really nice because it's just a teeny bit lighter than my brow color, and it just adds a little dimension without looking too like starkly different. And I'm going to, didn't necessarily do this in the proper order because usually I contour before I do my blush, but it's fine, it'll work out. I'm using the Hula Caramel from Benefit. This is a bronzer, but I use it as a contour, and my sister yells at me that I'm using the wrong makeup item for contouring, but it's fine, I don't care. It works. What I like to do is I go under the jaw right here, and I also do a little bit right down my nose. I don't always do this, but sometimes I do, especially when I'm about to film something. You know, the camera really flattens out the face, and you just need to kind of bring dimension back and make yourself look a little more sculptural than just a flat image. I also go right here, but since I've blushed, doesn't matter. I'll just blend it all in. It really doesn't matter. And the fifth micro habit that I want to share with you today, which is something I would normally be doing while I'm doing my makeup, but since I'm talking to you today, I'm not doing it. And that is listening to podcasts or audiobooks, if you prefer, while doing mundane tasks. Now, it's fine and dandy if you prefer to watch a YouTube video or just listen to music. I mean, sure, that is always wonderful too. But if you want to do a little something educational and helpful and something informative where you can learn, change it up and listen to a podcast or listen to an audiobook, perhaps one that you've been wanting to read for a long time and you just haven't gotten around to it because you just don't have the time. Well, an audiobook will help you achieve that goal of reading the book without having to find extra time to do it. You can do this while you're putting on your makeup, while you're driving, while you're walking on the treadmill, while you're putting the dishes away or tidying up, doing the laundry. There is so much time throughout the day that you can educate yourself, enlighten yourself, learn something new, whether it's wellness or finance or manifesting something or psychology or happiness, any type of topic that you might be interested in. You can just type it into your podcast app and it's going to find podcasts for you. Or of course, just go on Amazon and download an audiobook. I think it is so wonderful to habit stack like that and add such a helpful tool that you could educate yourself with and absorb it just while doing the tasks that you're normally doing. By all means, watch your YouTubes and listen to your music and do that too if you just need an escape and just want something to enjoy. Of course, I want you to watch my YouTube videos, and that's why I want to provide a little more information on these rather than just having you spend time with me throughout my regular mundane existence, which is always fun too. I definitely love watching YouTube videos where they're just doing their same old thing of grocery shopping and working out and going to a coffee shop and shopping and all the fun little stuff and going away on vacations. But I want to bring a little bit of education to you too. My makeup is done, and those are my 5 habits. I have a whopping doozy of a video coming up for you. It is all about me starting my HRT journey, and I want to take you along with me. I've already gone on the visit and I need to record what happened, but it is a little mind-blowing. And if you want to watch that, it'll be coming up soon, I hope. So please make sure that you're subscribed, and I would love for you to join me on future videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end it here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I love you for being here and watching and supporting the channel and just being a wonderful lady that you are. And thank you so much for being here. I'll see you very soon. Bye.